Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
Huddled in a dirty double bed nestled under a graffiti-strewn flyover, a homeless couple shelter to protect their unborn baby and empty pram by their side. The shocking scene in Cardiff sparked a national outcry earlier this month, with Ladislav Boldazurski, 56, and 5 months pregnant Nada Venglarova, 43, placed in temporary accommodation soon after. However, the Czech pair are far from alone in their desperate struggles. In the historical city, there are 37 confirmed rough sleepers, while 858 people so far this year have been forced to contact the council to tell them they have become homeless. For those who tragically find themselves on the streets, just getting through the day can be a living nightmare, braving arsonists, acid attacks, and even murderers. As one rough sleeper tells us, prison's an upgrade compared to living like this. When 23-year-old Ben Badman asked permission to camp on the lawn of a homeless charities base, he thought he was in a safe place. Instead, he awoke screaming in the middle of the night to find his tent and even the clothes he was wearing on fire. By the time he leapt out of his tent, the cowardly arsonist had already fled into the darkness. Ben said, "My mum passed away and I fell into a spiral of drug abuse, got involved with county lines, and did time in prison. I've been in so many dangerous situations via homelessness. It's not safe on the streets, you never know what could happen. It's bad, it's beyond bad. I had my tent set on fire while I was inside once. I've got no idea who did it or why, there was no one around by the time I got out. I've had 3 knife attacks in Cardiff. Once a guy watched me getting a 5-pound drop, which is when someone gives you 5 pounds in a cup, and a guy walking past tried stabbing me for it. A teenager walking past saw my money and tried to rob me. I said, bro, you're not getting my last fiver, you can do everything you want, you're not getting it. He gave me a cut under my eye, and that was it. It's rife. Behind the stark statistics for homelessness lie a number of troubling and tragic stories, ranging from fleeing domestic abuse to leaving prison. For many, the cost of living crisis has made it impossible to keep their homes due to soaring rents, mortgage arrears, and the sudden loss of accommodation due to eviction notices being served. While some 2,000 households are in temporary accommodation, a small number find themselves left with nowhere but the streets to sleep. Ben tells us, getting robbed is a big danger, by other homeless or anyone. I've been robbed by a working guy. He kicked over my pot, and picked up all the change and said, "You're not homeless, this is mine now." I've had a couple of attempts of water being thrown on me, but you have to defend yourself against everything. I wake up every day and think, oh, I'm alive. It's not that I want to be on the streets, but I've been out here so long, I cannot now live in 4 walls. That's not a jail cell. Violence towards the rough sleepers is a regular occurrence, according to those our channel spoke to on a blustery day in the historical cathedral city. One woman, 39-year-old Victoria Leanne, shared her own tale of horror at the hands of a lowlife man in his 40s. It's really hard being on the streets, she says. I've been here 18 months, since my mother passed away from pancreatic cancer. We lived in Cornelly, and after she died the council boarded up her house. I've been told I must be on the streets for 2 years before I can be classed as a Cardiff citizen and can stay in sheltered accommodation, like the homeless place the Hudgett Centre. So I have 6 months left. Since I've been here, I've seen people stabbed and even one murdered. 2 people were rowing one day, and one stabbed the other in the neck. He died on the floor of the car park. I've had my hair ripped out and was dragged along the concrete on my face by this man, who was going around bullying the homeless people and trying to take money off them. He was about 43 or 44 and he had a mask on. He came up behind me and pulled my hair, and as I went forward, he dragged me onto my face on the concrete. It was about 15 minutes I was trying to fight him off on my own. I've seen people with ammonia in bottles, ready mixed, to throw over people, so you have to be careful where you go. People in hostels sometimes do that. I know one gent Lima.